What's going on YouTube? Michael Harris here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about product research for your Shopify stores and how to do keyword research for your Google Shopping campaign. So stay tuned.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online.
Alright guys, so it's no secret in the drop shipping world, and especially using Google Shopping ads, you have to have the right products and you have to find the right keywords to target to actually make money. So in this video, I want to give you some of the pointers I use on how to find winning products and also how to research keywords to see if they're even worth advertising. But before we get too much into this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel because at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a completely done-for-you Shopify store with my advertising strategy that I use and quite a few other goodies in that bundle. And the winner is going to be picked from the subscribers on this channel. So make sure you subscribe for your chance to win. So in today's video, like I said, we're going to be talking about how to find winning products. There's quite a few different places you can look and some ideas and tactics that I use on brainstorming some of these products. And also we're going to talk about keyword research and how to find keywords and products that have really high search volume, because that's ultimately what you want and what you need if you want to get up into the 4 and 5 figure days. Is you need a high search volume. So we're going to break all this down coming up in this slide. Make sure you stay till the very end because I'm going to give you a few ideas on tools that I use for keyword research and give you a few extra pointers at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started with it. Alright guys, so in this video, like I said, we're going to talk about how to find winning products and do proper keyword research. It's no secret that in today's e-commerce industry, you have to have products that are in high demand or going viral or both to make any kind of money at all. So it's really important that you stay on top of your product research and you keep constantly researching products to add to your store and to test with some of the methods that I've previously mentioned in my past videos. So I'm going to go over my methods I used on how to find winning products for my stores. And these are the same strategies that I use to find some of the products that go over $9,000 a day, up close to 10K a days. And I think you'll be surprised at how easy this is. So make sure you stay till the very end, guys, because I'm going to give you away my tools that I use that help me find those 6-figure search volume products that are going viral and that people really actually want, and that's how you ultimately need to make money. So make sure you stay till the very end. There's going to be a few bonuses at the last couple slides of this, and I'm also going to show you exactly how my favorite tool works. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. So first of all, the steps to do this are actually really easy. There's probably quite a few different videos on how to do this and many different tactics, but in my opinion, you should just keep it simple. And so first of all, what I do is I search other big brands' best sellers. And so what I mean by this is Amazon is usually the best place to start. You can get quite a few ideas, honestly, just looking at the Amazon bestsellers list, which I'll go ahead and leave this link below. But essentially, this is like all of the categories that Amazon has on their website. And then they're categorized into best-selling niches and then best-selling products within the niche. So you can just literally go on there and look and see what is the best-selling product and get ideas on what to sell. Before we go too much further, guys, I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page that in the e-commerce industry, we do not copy and paste word for word what other people have on their websites. Like, that's a really bad habit to get into, really poor practice to use in general. And it's best if you can just create your own copies and use your own images, either from AliExpress or if you take your own pictures or whatever. Do not copy and paste word for word from places like Amazon or your direct competitors from other dropshipping stores. You really don't want to do that. It just really makes you look bad. And honestly, people, I think, pay attention to that when they're shopping on other stores, that everyone looks the same. So you definitely want to try to stand out. So I just want to make that clear before we go on. Otherwise, after Amazon, what I'll do is look at the eBay bestsellers. They're both kind of the same idea. And the great thing about this is once you look at Amazon bestsellers and eBay bestsellers and you find those and you realize that these are other e-commerce sellers doing this and selling them on the Amazon websites and on eBay websites, you'll realize that like these are other people actually selling these. It's not actually Amazon, like Amazon FBA and eBay sellers are like different methods of Shopify dropshipping. So you actually know that like somebody out there is actually making a bunch of money selling these products. Next, what I will do is I'll look at Target and Walmart and Best Buy and some of the other big box store brands for ideas. A lot of the times on their homepage, you can just look at some of their like trending products or like their pictures that they have set up, and you can see really good product ideas. And a lot of the times they're like really simple and like stuff that you wouldn't think of when you're just sitting here brainstorming. Other than that, what I do is I'll look at some of the niche specific Shopify stores that we all likely know about. A good one is ColourPop.com. That's like a huge makeup brand, or Kylie Jenner Cosmetics if you're ever trying to get into like cosmetics and stuff. I guess I don't really use those for my winning products, but those are examples of niche specific Shopify stores. So if you can find Shopify stores that are in the same niche, that are already doing a similar business model that you want to do, then you can also check and see what they're advertising on Google or Facebook or whatever, and get ideas on products to sell from them as well. Again, you do not want to copy and paste everything word for word, but we are just modeling businesses and modeling other stores on what they sell for our own ideas. So next, what we do is I brainstorm by asking myself questions. I just kind of go back to the drawing board. Like every time I need new products to test, I just ask myself some of these simple questions. And honestly, the more you practice, then the easier this gets and the more you start to think of, and it just turns into like a big snowball effect, and you start to brainstorm like a lot of products. So first of all, the most important question is what's small and easy to ship and also cheap to manufacture. So that's like really obviously a very general question, and you can get a lot of different ideas from that. But you can then get more specific and narrow down into more groups and more niches by asking what's something everyone needs. So like everyone needs something in their life, and every product solves a problem in one way or another, or people are just really passionate about, which we'll get to in just a second. But regardless, people buy stuff and they need stuff to go through life. And like, yes, these are vague, generalized questions, but by brainstorming and going through and thinking about some of your favorite things and asking your questions about these favorite things, you can find really good products to sell online. Another way is, what are people passionate about? So this is good ways. If you guys watch any of my other videos, these are good ways on how to find niches to test in your general stores by asking yourself, what are people passionate about? But then you can also find more specific, like winning products. Like people, for example, are passionate about their pets, and they're much more likely to spend something on their pet than they are on like some random product that like nobody else is ever going to buy. So, for example, one thing, by asking yourself what are people passionate about, you might come to the conclusion of pets, and then you can start advertising pet products and brainstorm like, okay, pet toys or pet collars or pet clothing or whatever, and you just start to snowball, and from there you can find more specific products to sell. The last thing I ask myself is, what solves a problem? What is like a problem that you have in your day-to-day life, or somebody else in your family has in their day-to-day life, or your friends or something? It can even be as simple as like your friend complaining about something might trigger a product idea to come up in your head that somebody else has already made, and you can just start selling it on your Shopify store. After this, if you still don't have a winning product, there's quite a few ways to do this. One of which, this is actually my favorite, and I've found quite a few really, really high search volume products by doing this. This and brainstorming, I've both found products that get like 20 million searches a month or 25 million searches a month. And that's obviously a lot of sales if you can get that to convert. I haven't actually tested these products yet, but I'm going to coming up soon. So just by brainstorming and just by walking through the stores and paying attention to what you're walking by in like retail locations at your favorite store or whatever store you go to for whatever reason, you can also find huge products to try and sell. So for example, if you're walking through Target and you see an end cap with a Gillette razor, for example, obviously probably not going to really want to try to sell razors online, but we're just using this as an example. Every time I go to Target, they have Gillette razors, and the end cap looks amazing, and it looks like this professionally set up display, and it has like razors on display that are in lit up display cases, and like you can just clearly see that they took a lot of time to set up this amazing looking end cap, and they're really trying to push people to buy this specific razor. So obviously that's something that retail stores are pushing sales on because it sells. Like, they're not going to waste a bunch of time putting products on end caps and displays and everything if the product doesn't sell. So therefore, you should pay attention to a lot of the things in retail stores, because you can get ideas from those just by walking around, taking notes, and checking out what they have to offer. Can get your brainstorming ideas rolling. Last is, you can also, more generally speaking, in a store, you can find niches, and then in those niches find products. So for example, if you go to Best Buy, you know that, like, generally speaking, that's an electronics store, but inside Best Buy, there's like a TV section, there's a cell phone section, they have like appliances, they have all sorts of different stuff. And if you walk in through Best Buy, you can then obviously see, kind of along the same lines as like the end cap idea we were just talking about, you can see some of their best sellers because they like put more effort into getting you to buy those by making them stand out. Therefore, those are products that are worth trying to sell. Just like same idea as what we're talking about in our Shopify stores. And so if you still don't have a winning product after this, or even if you want to start this backwards, what you can do now is model after niche specific brands that have proven success. So what do I mean by this? I mean companies that are big, that you know you've heard of, or they're like in the same niche, but they're like maybe they're like a little bit bigger than you are and you're modeling after them, or things like that. What you want to do is you can model after them, and you can find the best sellers that they have and kind of get inspiration and ideas on how to proceed with your business. So a few good ideas are GoPro, obviously, is a very niche specific business. They sell action cameras that are waterproof and, hold on, like, everybody knows what GoPro is. I'm not going to go into details, but that's a niche specific business and a brand that you can model after if you wanted to sell cameras. If you want to sell headphones, you could model after Beats. Beats, everyone has heard of Beats. Obviously, they make a lot of money. Apple bought them for, like, I don't even know how much. It was a ridiculous amount. So that's obviously a proven successful business that's in a successful niche. You can model after Beats, and you can say, okay, I want to go find and source headphones off of Alibaba or off of AliExpress, and I'm just going to model after what Beats did. So if you're not going after quite such big and huge companies and niches, you can also do a little bit smaller scale businesses. I guess depending on like what your opinion is of a big business and what my opinion is of a big business, these might vary for you. But for example, MVMT watches, this is a store that started off with using the drop shipping model, and then now I'm assuming, I guess, that they private label all of their watches and order in bulk. But this actually did win awards for like Shopify Build Your Business and stuff like that. MVMT.com, it is a watch specific website. That's all they sell is watches, I think men and women's. Obviously, this is a huge business, but it's not on quite the scale of like Beats and GoPro and like a household name. It's still like niche specific and like higher end fashion, but it's not going to be something that's like such a well-known brand. To me, ColourPop is kind of this along the same lines. Like, I've heard of it before because it's a Shopify store, but it's not like a household brand to me. Kylie Cosmetics, I guess, is kind of in between the two, in my opinion. I know of Kylie Cosmetics simply because, like, who doesn't know of the Kardashians? But the last three, MVMT, ColourPop, and Kylie Cosmetics, are examples of like a little bit smaller, more niche specific brands that you could model after as well if you were in those niches, or find ideas that are similar to that. Using all of these tactics on these last couple slides, you guys should be able to find winning products really easily. It's honestly really simple. And if you're struggling finding products, then I would really highly recommend not trying so hard, which sounds kind of counterproductive. But honestly, you can look and around in your house and you can probably find like 10 products that are worth at least testing on your store, if not going to make you a lot of money. You just have to simply think outside the box and stop following what everybody else is doing, guys. Like, that's what I preach the most is, if there's like 100 people selling the same product on Google Shopping, then like the niche is already saturated and like there's no point in even trying. But if there's big brands selling it and there's not thousands of other little drop shipping stores trying to copy them, that's something you want to get into, and you want to make your store look legitimate and official. And I guarantee you will make money. If there's too much competition on Google Shopping for the same product, just don't waste your time. Other than that, guys, it's pretty simple. Like, I think a lot of people just get stuck in that habit of just finding what other dropshippers are selling. And if you can just get ahead of the crowd, that's half the battle, guys. You can literally make so much money in this industry by just thinking outside the box. So now that we've come to this point in the video, I want to go ahead and talk about keyword research. This goes hand in hand with product research because you need to know the search volume and how many times people are searching your keywords for your products on Google. Because if they're not searching it, then you're not going to get any sales. Find like an amazing product that you think would make you millions of dollars, but if it's not being searched on Google, it's not going to make you any money on Google Shopping. The way that Google Shopping works is people have to actually be looking for what you're advertising. So how this works, guys, is we need to find some products that have potential using the methods I just talked about. And then we're going to follow these next steps to find the search volume on the products. Now, generally speaking, the keywords with the highest search volume are going to make you the most money. Obviously, if it's being searched a lot, then people want it and they're like shopping for it or at least researching to make a purchase in the near future. So if something has really, really low search volume, just don't even bother putting it in your store because you're not going to make any money. Or if you are going to make money, it's not going to be like a sustainable amount. It's just going to be like a few sales here and there. Personally, I don't do anything less than like 30,000 searches a month. I would recommend going over 100,000 if you really want to make actual money, but I personally try to get over millions and millions of views because that's how you get into 5-figure days and doing a lot more money than just the average person. Also, it seems as though, I mean, I could be mistaken, but it seems as though the higher the search volume on products that I find, the less competition there is because people just don't think outside the box on like the simple stuff that you could sell that people are buying online. But like so many people get consumed with, oh, somebody made a bunch of money with blackhead removal vacuums, or oh, somebody made a bunch of money with posture corrector braces, and I'm going to try to sell that too and copy them when the niche is already saturated and it's like done and gone, and like you just need to get ahead of the crowd. So that being said, I'm going to give you guys my exact strategies on how I research keywords and find search volume. So in a lot of my videos, I use product ideas that have already been done and gone. But obviously you can use these guidelines for any type of keywords that you want. So first of all, there's two main ways that I research keywords. The first being the keyword planner in your Google advertising account. And how you access the Google keyword planner is here. So in the upper right-hand corner of your Google ad account, there's tools and settings, and you come over to planning and go down to keyword planner. Then it will ask you to enter in your keywords that you have. And also it will ask you a few other questions. I think now they keep updating it. So like depending on when you watch this, it might be a little bit different, but essentially you just need to go to the keyword planner and enter in the keywords that you want to test. So after you've entered in your keywords, you will get results that look similar to this. As you can see, I searched blackhead removal, and it will give you, honestly, it gives you like a lot of information, but the main thing we want to look at first when we're just testing products and just looking for product research, all that kind of stuff, we want to look at the average monthly searches, and that will show right here in this column. So as you can see, blackhead removal is 135,000 average monthly searches. So obviously that's a good product to at least test and see. I wouldn't really recommend testing this product because I already know that there's like a bunch of competition trying to sell the same thing. And like the money's already been kind of dried up for this specific product. Again, just using this as an example. After you see that like the product has a good amount of potential, what you can then do is scroll through here, and oftentimes, guys, I get even more product ideas through the keyword ideas down here. Sometimes you can find products that have even more average monthly searches than the seed keyword that you originally entered in. So definitely make sure you check out down below. If you see something that has like over 100,000 average monthly searches, then just definitely test it. Like hands down, that's like at least has potential. Unless you know, of course, already a lot of people are already selling it, then I wouldn't worry about it. All right, guys, and so my last favorite way of doing keyword research is using a tool called Keywords Everywhere. And this is a browser extension that can add it on to Chrome or Firefox. Now this does cost money, however, it's fairly cheap. I think it's like $9 or $10 and you get like 10,000 credits, something like that. Definitely double check before you buy it. But um, each time you make a search in Google, this will add a bunch of extra stuff onto the Google page, and it'll show you the search volume as well as related keywords. And in my opinion, this is much easier than searching in the keyword planner. It's also a little bit more accurate that I'm aware of. It's more accurate in terms of like the exact search volume, because it does sometimes show a different number than what Google shows. So I would definitely check this out and buy it. It's definitely worth buying if you can afford it. It's only like $9 or $10 a month. So I don't know who couldn't afford it, but it's definitely a good tool to have in your arsenal for keyword research. And so that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's really straightforward. It's really simple. As long as you can have 6-figure or more search volume, then you're definitely going to be good. Even lower, you can still make sales, but like I try to get as high as you possibly can. And that's how you can get it up into 4- and 5-figure days. So as long as you follow the methods in this video, you'll be on your way to sales in no time. I hope you guys found this really useful. Thank you for watching and have a good day. All right, guys, so that was my step-by-step tutorial on how to find winning products for your dropshipping stores, and also how to research keywords that have really high search volume to get you those viral products that go 4- and 5-figure days with one product. Hopefully you found this useful. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more valuable content. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.